Welcome back, Truth Seeker. This video is dedicated to the students at Michigan State University who are in lockdown for the next 48 hours after a reported mass shooting at their campus on February 13th, 2023, the 44th day of the year. For all the students who might see this video, look into the word gematria, spelled like Gem, Gematria. Gematria. There's a song out there, Gematria the Killing Name. It's a Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words. And it's important that today's the 44th day of the year because we call that the shooting number in this community. In Gematria, shooting equals 44, and so does Michigan. And funny enough, today's date can be written 13/2, a bit like 132. And Michigan State Spartans equals 132. This is why it's your campus on this day, on the 44th day of the year, for the ongoing agenda in this nation. And that's what it is. It's an agenda. Notice the armored police vehicles, something that didn't exist 25 years ago. Those are part of the post-9/11 era. We once had a massive false flag, 44 days after Tisha B'Av, to remember the destruction of the two temples, something like the two towers. But in the post-9/11 agenda, our federal government, our authorities, they have to keep the bar on fear high, and it's one false flag attack after the next. To remind us that we do now have this militarized police. They want us afraid, so we continue to give up our rights and liberties. They're whittling away the First and Second Amendment day by day. And because people haven't stood up in the post-9/11 era against the government tyranny and the obvious false flags, 9/11 and beyond, these things will continue to unfold in every corner of the nation. So for the Michigan State University who thinks this is some crazy mass shooter, some random thing, understand if shots were fired on your campus, it is the work of our government. In the 48 hours you have off, if you have a chance, if you can get away from the studying, look into the film put out, Utopia. Amazon did a remake of it right as the pandemic was taking off. And it's about billionaires who do all kinds of nefarious things to control the world, including raise children to be mass shooters. It's also a plot about how billionaires want to use the media they control to fake a pandemic, to do a mass vaccination for the purpose of sterilizing the world campaign. Real nice show, real tasteful show of Amazon to put out in the time of the COVID pandemic in 2020. But anyhow, you learn this code, you'll see through COVID by the numbers, you'll see through mass shootings by the numbers, you'll see through rigged Super Bowls by the numbers. Again, if you're new here, check out my website, GematriaEffectNews. And if you go there, the top pinned post, if you scroll down on your cell phone, you got to scroll down a little bit. On a desktop, it'll just pop right up. But if you scroll down just above that photo, there's a place where it says download ebooks for free. I have two books. They're both free to download. The green book, Letters and Numbers, has a massive chapter. The chapter's over 100 pages long on mass shootings by the numbers and go over decades of false flag mass shootings with the number 44 encoded and explain how important that number is in these federal operations that take place over and over. But 44, the mass shooting number, and now it's Michigan on the 44th day of the year. Have no fear for the young ones at Michigan State. It's just your federal government terrorizing you for the sake of conditioning your mind to give into their agenda. And you young people, again, just thinking about the average Michigan State student right now. If they're 18 years old, that means they were 8 when Sandy Hook happened. And even before Sandy Hook happened, they'd been conditioning children in schools to be afraid of mass shooters. It's just gotten a lot worse. It all started with Columbine, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. But yeah, people got to wake up. Our government is a terrorist organization. And for people who don't know, the original definition of terrorism is government by intimidation. Till next time.